Hi, good day. So today I will be demonstrating how to create a very popular tournament that I've been seeing going on for the past couple of months. So this is a group plus knockout tournament that I will be demonstrating and what makes it different in terms of comparing it to other billiard or pool platforms where you have the ability for players or teams to capture their own scores. So that takes a lot of admin work of the league or tournament administrators as well. So the players capture their own scores. So the only time when the tournament administrator will jump in is when there's disputes or can I say arguments between the teams. Yeah, so that's where the admins have the ability to go into the back end and update the scores themselves once a dispute has been resolved. Okay, so once you landed or signed in, you will be greeted by the home page. So you will go into your profile. If you have this for managing tournaments is actually free on this platform. So there is limitation, but I think it's well in scope of what we or the tournament structures for the leagues here in South Africa or Africa based. So you go into your profile under admin tools. You will find that you're able to manage leagues, tournaments, or venues, players, um, yeah, and a lot of other stuff as well. So I'm going into manage tournament. I'll create a new tournament. So you have the option for player tournament or team tournament. So in this instance, it will be a team tournament. So I will be selecting the groups plus knockout. So the discipline will be ultimate pool. So I'll be clicking on next. So I'll give the tournament a name. And then if this tournament is associated with any leagues, so you can select the league name. These are just demo options that I've included here. So I will select optional. You can select the venue. In this instance, it will be the Ultimate Pool Center in Bellville. So as you can see, so once I've selected the venue name, you will also get the Google Maps or directions to the venue as well. That's once you've added your venue to the platform. So it's integrated into Google Maps. So yeah, so here you can set the date. So that would be on the 30th of July. Say the start time will be 8 o'clock. You've got the option here to make the tournament public, or if you leave the box unchecked, it will be private. So I'll make it public. Yeah, so here's the rules of the game. So it's a race to 13. 13 actually the winning point for any team. Who scores 13 for first. Um, it's 5 frames per match. So it will be for the round robin, so the group stages, it will be the teams play all the 25 frames. So the first team to reach 13 will win, but all the 25 frames has to be played. That's the reason for this tick box here. So as you can see, it will change the frames per match. Yeah. So all 25 frames will be played. So all depending on how many teams are entered into the group. So it will be that's predetermined. And for this instance, it will be 40 teams. So it will be split amongst 4 groups where there's the 10 teams per group. Okay, so I'll just make it 10 teams per group. And here you can choose how many teams will advance to the knockout stages. So I'll click on next. So here you've got the description of the overall tournament. I'll just paste in some data here. And here you can choose your tournament banner as well. So I'll just choose the Mighty Brands, the 7th free comp, click next. You'll be greeted by a review, Yeah. And here you have the option to save this tournament as a template. So for the next month, you have the same tournament or so you can reuse the template as well. So I'll just go ahead and create a tournament. And here you've got the option to share the tournament as well, or scan the QR code. You can share it to your platforms here. So I'll just close this. So next on, so here's where we configure the tournament. To select the 4 groups. So again, click next. So you select the teams that will be participating in the tournament. So I'll just select some random teams that's listed in the database just to make up the 40 teams. Uh, So another thing is you do have the option, if it's all new teams, you do have the option to import the teams via CSV file as well. So yeah, so I've got my 40 teams, which is highlighted here. So I'll add them to the tournament. So here you've got an option to create new teams if the team that um, is not in the database. So once you added the new teams, you've got the shuffle button here, so which you can see shuffles all the teams. So you can make changes to the team names and click on save it. If you have to edit a new team, so yeah, so then you will click next. So this is where it generates the 4 groups. So you will click on the auto assign button. So that will assign based on the previous shuffle that you made, it will assign all the teams randomly to different groups. So you have options here as well to move the teams to different groups and vice versa. So that flexibility is in the hands of the tournament admin. Yeah, so I'll leave it as is. Click next. So here you get the list of all the groups, all the teams that's within the groups. Now I will just click next. It will ask you if you're ready to start. So that will generate the fixtures and the tournament will start basically. So now you can see tournament has started. So here you've got the option. This is the standings current for each group. So 0 games has been played. You've got the admin section for live scoring. So if you need to enter the scores as an admin, here you've got your bracket also, where you can score the team's scores. So one nice feature of this application is ability for teams to capture their own scores. So I will demo that shortly. So I'll just be back in a short while I just populate all the teams to the tournament, just score capturing, as this is a big tournament. So there's 40 teams, so it's a lot of scores to capture. So I will just pre-populate all the scores and leave one team remaining in each group so I can demo to you guys how the private links or how I share these links to the teams so they can capture their own scores and it will update automatically in the standings and it will show in the public facing live view of the tournament. Right guys, so now I've populated or captured most of the scores. So I left an opening in each group for team so I can demo how the self-scoring links work. So this is the backend. So this is where we capture the scores on the admin side. So this is your different groups, group A, group B, group C, and D. So there's 10 teams in each group. And now you can select the drop down as well to shuffle between the different rounds that we have in this tournament. So let me just check here for unscore match. Okay, let me just go to round 5 so I can capture the score for Fearless versus Bridge Bosses. So what you will do, you will copy the home team, which is Fearless. You will click on the home link. You will copy the link and you will send the link off. I'll just paste it in here into a browser to open up the link. So that should open up the scoring for that match. So next I will click on the away link. So I'll copy the link and send the link to the opponent, which is the away team, which is Bridge Bosses. So the scoring updates dynamically. So I'll just give you the public view of the tournament. So under the matches field, this is the current standings for the tournament. So we'll click on the matches. So there's no live matches at the moment. So once we start capturing the scores, you will see that the live matches becomes available immediately. Okay. So I'll just capture demo scores quickly. So there you can see between the two teams. So normally the players would be on their mobile phones, the teams actually will be on their mobile phones. So the scores will sync across the two users' devices, two links. As you can see, it should update on the other side as well. So we can go back to the live view. So as soon as they start capturing the scores, you will see under live matches, it will display the same scores and give you live updates of the match as we go. So here's another interesting feature as well. So just to make it fun, so you can, under the predictions tab, so you can create predictions as well. So who will win the match and what the scores will be. Let me just go back. Yeah, so it's, let me just capture scores. I'll just make it 15-10. Yes, this is a demo. Yeah, so they can see the scores updated. Let me just check on the front end, public view. Yeah, so they can see the same score as well. So back here, so because I'm on a desktop computer, so it's a bit difficult to draw your signature. So at the moment I will be scoring. So this is compulsory for the team captain to add the signature. So we will type the name of the captain. So I'll just make it Captain Fearless. And then when you're on a mobile phone, a tablet, so you've got the option here to draw your signature. So I'll just create a random signature. It's a bit difficult demonstrating on the on a mouse, laptop mouse. So I'll just confirm signature and then submit score as Fearless. So there you can see home Fearless submitted. So it will give you the timestamp of when the team submitted their scores. And it will also tell you the away Bridge Bosses waiting to submit. So I'll just score here as Captain Bridge Bosses. Bosses confirm signature. Yeah, that's all right. And then final score submitted this by the Bridge Bosses. So the link will now be closed. So once both teams submitted the scores and it's matching, it will close the link. So now we can go back to the front end. So you will see that live match is now closed. So yeah, so you can go back as an admin in the back end, and you will see if we go back to round 5, breach bosses and fearless. So there you can see the scores. The scores been updated. So you can check your emails as well. Let me just show you. So once the score has been submitted, you will get an email as well. So here's the email, um, which shows you the team that submitted the scores and a quick timestamp as well. So you've got the ability as the admin, if there's any disputes, to reset the match. Yeah, so that's basically it. And another feature of this tournament is, so once I capture all the scores, let me just check. I just want to show you how the knockout bracket is created. So once all the round robin matches completed, so the system will automatically generate a knockout bracket for the top 2 teams in each group that advances to the knockout bracket. So I'm just going to capture demo scores. I think there's one left in group 6. Yeah, so let me just random scores here. Okay. And then in group 7, okay, let's make it 69. I think we've got one match remaining. So once I've captured the score for that one group, so you will see is another um, section, a card will become available. So we both 2 top teams in each group will advance to the knockout stages. So where you can shuffle the draw and start the knockout tournament bracket. So let me just go to round 8 to capture the last score. Yeah. Okay, let me just make this 18-7. 18-7. As you can see now the knockout stage bracket will be generated. So these are in each group, Group A, Group B, Group D, Group C. These are the 2 teams that advance to the knockout stages according to their standings. So these are the knockout draw, the preview of the knockout draw. So you can shuffle the draw. So once all the teams are happy with the shuffle, then you can just select the create knockout bracket. So you will see now on the front end, there's no knockout bracket created yet. But once we generate the knockout bracket, now the knockout bracket becomes available. So you can still see the old, the group stage results. You can still make changes to the old scores or reset methods if there was any disputes. Yeah, so on the admin view, so this is where you capture the scores for the knockout bracket. So you'll click on the links. You can send the links for self-scoring, or this time it would be easier for the tournament administrator to manage the remaining teams that's in the knockout section. So I'll just score here, make it a tight score, 13-12. So if you capture the scores as a tournament admin, so it won't go to the live. Yeah, actually it shows in the live. Yeah, so there you can see the live scores as it's being captured as well. So this is a very interesting feature. Yeah, so yeah, so that's basically it. So once all the scores are captured, let me just capture all these demo scores. Okay, so now I will be capturing the final score. So this is the final of the match. So now I'm scoring as a tournament administrator. Let's make it 13-7. So once I click update status on the tournament front end page on the standings, so it should show a podium in the banner field. And the winner for first place, second place, and third place will be announced. So let me just go back and refresh. Yeah, so now you can see Dragons 2 as a winner, Reg Raiders ended up second, and then Manchester third. So yes, all the standings, all the completed matches. You've got the view, public view of the bracket and the group results, all the teams that participated in the tournament. Here's the predictions, if you made any predictions. My matches, there won't be any, as this is a tournament, a team tournament. And then that's the rules of the match and overall description. Yeah, that is it basically. So there's more exciting features on this platform that I will provide demos to. Thank you.